In the heart of a busy city lived a man named Imran who was known for his big words. He often spoke of honesty, loyalty, and kindness. At social gatherings, he gave long speeches about helping others and being selfless. People listened, clapped, and admired his eloquence. But behind the applause, many whispered that Imran's words didn't match his deeds. One day, the local community center caught fire. It was a place where orphans were taught and fed. Flames rose high into the sky, and smoke darkened the air. A crowd gathered, and people rushed to help. Among them was a quiet man named Faisal who worked at a small mechanic shop nearby. Faisal didn't speak much, nor did he often appear at events. He was not known for fancy words or speeches. But that day, Faisal grabbed a bucket and ran toward the fire. He helped form a water line with others. When he saw that some children were trapped inside the building, he didn't hesitate. Wrapping a wet cloth around his face, he ran into the smoke-filled structure. Moments later, he emerged carrying two coughing, frightened children in his arms. He went back again, this time to help an elderly volunteer out of the building. People stood stunned. His actions had saved lives. Later that evening, Imran arrived at the scene, well-dressed as always, and stood in front of a small crowd. With a confident smile, he began to speak about the importance of unity and courage. He raised his voice, used powerful words, and received polite applause. But this time, no one really listened. Their eyes turned to Faisal, who was quietly sitting on the curb, exhausted, his hands blistered, his clothes soaked with ash and water. The mayor arrived and was about to thank Imran, assuming he had helped. But the townspeople interrupted. One woman stepped forward and said, "With all respect, sir, the man who deserves the thanks is not the one who gave the speech, but the one who ran into the fire." Everyone turned and pointed to Faisal. Imran stood in awkward silence, realizing his words meant nothing compared to what Faisal had done. From that day onward, the people of the city stopped paying attention to those who only spoke. They looked for those who acted. And Faisal? He never changed. He still didn't talk much. But whenever someone was in need, he was the first to lend a hand. Quietly, sincerely, and without expecting praise. Moral of the story: actions speak louder than words. It is what we do, not what we say, that shows our true character.